What's up, guys? It's Showtime. Showtime Shred Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big. All right, so still weighing around 240 here. So I just did a post, and before y'all get all haters on me and everything and think I'm anti-American and shit like that, nothing could be further from the truth, man. I love my country, right? I just think you gotta put in your fucking, pay your dues, right, in order to be like a leader of this country, you know. We get these guys in here who are in Congress and all these other things, and you know, we're voting on sending people to war, right? So if most of them have either served or they have family that have served, I get it, all right? You've paid your dues there, okay? But if you haven't been to war, it's like, why are you sending people in like pawns in chess, especially if you don't let any of your family members join the service, right? There's something wrong with that, okay? If you don't trust the system enough to put your fucking kids in there, man, you know, and you could hide them too, right? You could pick a branch that is least likely to see wartime, right? And stuff, and so for you not even put them in there, period, and then say, you guys need to go to war. I mean, I get it. You know, you're on the downside of the totem pole, right? You got to pay your dues and stuff too. But at the same time, I like to go into war following somebody who's been there, done that, right? So what I liked about Alexander the Great, for example, he would go to war with his people, right? Just like George Washington did, okay? He freaking would go, now he'd be in the back of the ranks, that's what you want to do, right? You want to fucking send your leader into the first flank and fucking take a risk of him getting killed early in battle, right? That's stupid, you know, especially if you've done infantry shit, you know, climbing the ranks before you were king or before you were president or whatever else, right? You've earned being in the back, right? And that's one thing I miss about old school war. You know, even when we go to like Iraq and stuff, it'd be cool to freaking, you know, send the fucking president in, you know, and instead of having him in the White House, you know, I'd get all jacked up with that shit. I'd have fucking armor on and shit, and, you know, to be the guy protecting the president. I don't care who the president is or if I even like the guy. I could freaking want a different president in there. It don't mean I won't take a fucking bullet for him, right? If that's my fucking job, right? And I'm the fucking head guy, security, I'm jumping in front of the bullet, you know? If I see the shot and I feel like I can deflect it, hell yeah, I'm jumping in front of that. That's my fucking job, right? But it'd be even better be the fucking president of the United States and get to go to war, and then you fucking radio your guys. You might have a snitch in there or whatever, so, you know, you might be having somebody tipping the enemy off, so you have people following your plane in, right? You got a security blanket with you, and you got people watching you as you land, right? But I got my gun cocked and loaded. I'm shooting at people as I'm getting off the plane, right? If I think they're trying to assassinate me or my guys or whatever, right? I'm right in the shit with you guys. I ain't gonna go, you guys are pawns in chess, you guys go fight the war, good luck. Fuck that, right? And we do that all the time as prep coaches, right? A lot of us have been in the fucking hospital getting ready for these shows, right? Some people have lost their lives as athletes and prep coaches, right? We aren't asking anything of our clients we don't expect to do ourselves, right? And there's a safe way to do things and a not so safe way, and people are going to do what they want to do, right? So our job is to successfully, safely guide our athletes into the battlefield, right? And get them in there and out as safely as possible. So we try to get them back home with their families, right? But sometimes you run the risk, right? You're going to try to get down to that 0, 1, or 2, 3% fucking body fat. It's not some little tinker toy little hobby we're doing here, right? Some of us put our lives on the line, okay? And I have no problem going to war and putting on a good show for the crowd and not making it out alive, but if I have as a guest poser has provided a service where I've been good entertainment for the crowd, I've done my fucking job, right? If I fucking win the show, right? I've done my fucking job. We're gonna fucking die anyways, right? Why not do something worthwhile while you're here? Whether it's entertain people or go win a battle or a war, right? It is what it is. And these fuckers in Congress, House of Representatives, all this stuff, really, the majority of them, if not every single one of those motherfuckers, should either have time in service, in military, right? Or fucking family, in close, personal family that you really care about who has served, right? I got more respect for you. I've got to trust you. I'm going to be more willing to put my helmet on and put my boots on and get in the fight, right? And a lot of people don't want me doing that at my age, right? But I'll still fucking do it if I have to, right? If I feel like it's the right thing to do, okay? So, you know, this little cop-out thing is I'm a politician and I don't have to serve my country. Fuck you, right? So you're going to fucking put my kids in jeopardy, but you won't even put your kids in a peaceful setting under military law and rule, right? Because of the 1 in 1,000 chance maybe he gets called in. If you think he's that, it's that likely when we got school shootings and bombs in the fucking malls, shopping malls and stuff, active shooters and all this stuff. If you are not even feeling safe enough to put them in a war environment, when we got all this shit going on in our own homeland, there's something wrong with that, right? So I would like to see guys like McCain and who's Republican, and then Jim Kerry, right? John Kerry, he was a Democrat. It's not so much the political party that I'm concerned about. It's your integrity, it's your character. What are you going to do for the country? What do you got to do for the people? Okay, not this. If you guys want to get into business, go into business, right? But don't bring the business into politics where you're going to jam things up because you're only worried about your financial welfare. I want you guys focused on the people, and you guys, their fucking paycheck should reflect that, right? So maybe pay everybody still the same amount of money, but let's fucking do the curve thing here. Who's actually voted on a bill and got stuff done, and who just went fucking ate cookies and did nap time, and half the time they were getting their diapers changed, right? Their pins, right? Some of these people aren't even fit for duty no more, right? And that's discrimination. It's not discrimination. If you can't do your job, you can't do your fucking job. If you can't agree on something and two political parties get together and say, I agree on this and this and this and all these people over here and all these people over here, let's fucking meet in the middle then. And if you don't have the brain power to do that, that makes you inept to do your job, and you should make less money. And the ones that are fixing the country and getting things done should make more money. So put that in the fucking bell curve, right? And still dish out the same amount of money, but give it out to the people who deserve it. Not to the people who go to fucking big boy daddy daycare, right? Where they're getting fucking hand-fed and stuff. Because they can't feed themselves, can't change themselves. And if you think that I'm being too mean and too fucking rude and mean to old people and shit, then fucking do your jobs, right? Do your fucking jobs. And you guys were already thinking you'd do mine, right? You're calling in fucking athletes all the time when you're doing inside trading, right? And fucking sending people to jail for fucking what? For fucking or suspending or fining them because what? Because they're trying to perform at a peak level and not hurting anybody else. Yet you'll go and freaking push a drug, right? That you guys know is killing people's liver. And you say, all right, guys, here's how it goes, right? And this comes from Trudeau, right? This isn't just me pulling shit out of my ass, right? He's been in these meetings, right? Where you have these delegators in politics from Congress, from the House of Representatives, from Senate. He saw this with his own two eyes, right? Suits. They come in and they vote on something. All right, this drug is to counteract this, all right? But what it's going to do, it's going to destroy everybody's liver. So we're going to dump a bunch of money into this stock and invest hardcore into this drug, and we're going to push the shit out of it. We're going to raise the price of the drug. We're going to almost double it because in the beginning it has some good side effects, but then as soon as people's livers go out in a couple of years, bang, bada bing, bada boom, we're going to shift and we're going to short sell all of our stuff. We're going to make a whole bunch of money, and then we're going to take that money and we're going to put it into the next drug, right? That's designed to try to counteract and try to rehabilitate a little bit of liver before they die of liver failure. They still die of liver failure, but they get another year or two. Okay, bullshit, man. You can hurt other people and make money off of it and profit that way. But oh no, let's not Let's not let athletes put PEDs into their bodies, even if they're making millions of dollars doing it, making an adult decision. And if you want to be compete at a disadvantage, then compete at a disadvantage, right? And if you don't, then don't. It's your choice, right? But fuck, if I died next year, right? Tomorrow even. But fuck, my family's going to make $20 million, $40 million for me being a professional athlete. Oh, but I want to be around for my kids. Then be around for your kids, right? But I'd rather have my family set up financially, go out as a war hero, right? And have my family not ever have to worry about money again than fucking be around and be poor and be on a tube feeding in fucking wheelchair, all that shit. Fuck that. I'll miss every one of those fucking years, right? Now, if I'm in good health, can live to 100 or 150, great. I don't want to live in poverty either to 100 or 150. I'd rather die at 50 or 40. Well, can't do that. I'm already past 40, right? But I'd rather die at 45 or 50, right? And have my family set for life than fucking go and do this bullshit of, live to be 100 or 150, but your family's poor the whole time. Well, why fucking be here, right? Anthony Robbins says, your life is directly related to your contribution. So if your financial contribution is no good, then you're wasting your time. So, and I don't agree with that 100%. I think that there's people out there who live in poverty, but they contribute, whether it be for minimum wage or for volunteer work, or for a bump over minimum wage if they're in a supervisor position, but they're helping people with developmental disabilities. I think that's still different. I think they're still contributing. I think people that work, even if they're poor, I think they still contribute. So I don't 100% agree with that statement that if you don't contribute financially, that your life is a waste of time. At least that's what I keep trying to convince myself of, right? And I think that, your time is just as valuable as your money, right? And granted, more money is compounded and things like that if you own your own company, this and that, so you contribute more through finances, through your time in that way. If you're really well off, I agree there. But unless you're really in that wealthy 1%, I think that, even hours and hours of your time volunteered or for minimal money is still just as much, if not more of an impact as somebody that puts down a decent amount of money. And so he just puts down, a few dollars here or there. Your time is more valuable than money, I think, because in time you could have made a lot more than that other person donated if they only donate $10 or a couple $100 or whatever, right? So that's on you on how you want to do that. But as far as the way we're running our country, I don't know why we don't rally and get some balls and take our country back, because we're not doing that. And I don't think it would be too big of a deal to make a big, huge uproar in getting that shit set up. Call me old-fashioned, call me whatever you want. But I think that we are just basically bending over and say, government, you don't even need to use KY. I think we're starting to give the government more and more control, right? We gave up our right to self-medicate. That's a win for the government, a loss for the people. That whole thing with the whole damn, war against drugs and all that stuff, I don't buy it. Okay, I think it's just a way for the government to control us. The government taking away our rights to bear arms. It's another way for the government to control us. You can't smoke in bars and stuff. Although I love that law because I'm a non-smoker, it worries me because, again, that's another government control right there, telling business owners how to run their businesses. And y'all aren't seeing it now, but once they take away every single right we have, that's it. It's done. So, we got to step up. We got to take our country back, period. That's just my thinking. Maybe I'm overreacting, and 20, 30, 40 years down the road, maybe I'm still here, maybe I'm not. Maybe it was just a rant that was just unnecessary, right? Maybe everything has gotten a lot better. Maybe it's still the same, and America's still a free country and all that stuff. But I'm seeing an underlying agenda here, and it makes me nervous. And as much as people dislike Trump, one good thing about Trump, whether you like him, hate him, or neutral towards him, he is trying to keep the America capitalistic. He is trying to keep big business and all this stuff. I'd like to see small business too. I haven't studied him enough to know if he's good on the small businesses or not. I hear that he is. I just would much rather see that type of a thing than, more and more government control. I used to be a Democrat, but their underlying agenda is communist, and I don't support that. But if it's all capitalism and there's no programs, that's bad too. So I want to meet somewhere in the middle. I'd like to see an independent, strong company come out, party, I mean, and so that can stay these knuckleheads fucking get together and let's fucking meet in the middle over here, right? And that's what we need. Without an independent company, we got too many bad people in politics now that don't care about the people at all. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. And all they want to do is make money through Halliburton, through and other oil companies, and through pharmaceutical companies, right? They don't give a fuck if you die of a heart attack from their medications or from their liver, whatever, as long as they make money off of it. Fair enough. So don't buy into this shit. The war on drugs, they care about the people because it's bullshit, all right? They don't care about you or me any more than anything else. That's why they won't agree on anything, because they're about the money, not for the people. Not all of them, okay? But enough of them, obviously, because we can't agree on nothing. Fair enough? So that's just my fucking opinion, and I'm just a bodybuilder. I might know nothing about nothing, but that's just what I've seen in sports. The athletes who are willing to go through the shit are usually the best coaches, and the ones that read books are just kind of nerds that are just kind of substandard. They aren't that great, most of them. Every once in a while you get somebody that'll get in there and fucking surprise the shit out of you. Very good and little or no experience as an athlete. I respect that still, but it's going to take a lot longer for me to get their trust through proof of the pudding. I got to see their athletes. I got to see how they're treating their athletes. I got to see what results their athletes get. Then I can start to develop some trust, but it's not right out the gate. If you're a multiple title holder, you already got my attention. Now you really got to fuck it up for me to not trust you. So that's the way I think. That's the way I feel. But again, I'm just a bodybuilder over here, and that's it. So you guys can think of whatever I say is garbage, or it's spot on, or you agree with some things, not with others. But one thing you can't take away from me is that I love my country more than any other country in the world. And I do have it may not sound like I have optimism, but that's because I feel like we can change things. I'm very optimistic in that we can take our fucking country back and be the number one country in the world again, like in the 50s, right? But we got some work to do, all right? We were the biggest, baddest planet on the face of the earth. I think we still are, but I think we're the hair of a gnat's ass away from going from first to like almost last. And it's going to be hard to go last, right? Because we got these inferior third world countries, that can't touch us, right? But we got some real big ones that can smoke us, that can pass us right up if we're not careful, right? So we gotta stay number one, right? It's like anything else in life. You got to work at it to keep it, right? Because one title does not guarantee the next one. It may give you some power going in. It may give you some experience. It may give you some confidence, but it does not guarantee the next victory. And if you get too fucking high on the hog and a little bit too overconfident, and and you're just coming in underestimating the competition, that's sometimes when you can get beheaded and then the fucking new lion comes in, right? So be careful, man. That's all I'm saying. We're as strong as our weakest link. We got a lot of weak fuckers in this country, right? We need to bring them up. Bring them up because we're not getting rid of them, right? So if we're not getting rid of the weak links, right, we need to strengthen them. We get everybody as strong as we can. The fuckers that aren't going to do nothing, they ain't going to do nothing, right? That's on them. But the ones that are, fucking motivate them, get them going, and let's get this country number one again. All right, it's been Showtime with Showtime Shred Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big. All right.